strange through glasses. I remember when I was little, I just got my glasses, and I loved to look at my fish, Sandy. Oh, she was a cute fish. Anyway, I stared at her all day, and then one day she just bellied up and down the toilet. At least I figured that out. I know. My parents said she was sick. Yeah, they put a new fish in the bowl, but it had a white fin. So I totally knew it was different. Anyway, I called her Lady Fish, the lady and keeper of the fish bowl. Yeah, I know. I was a creative kid. You'll have to see my painting. It's kind of weird, but I think it's cool. There's this guy, and he's kind of got these swirly eyes, like he's being hypnotized or hypnotizing someone. Yesterday, I went downtown to buy some stuff, like some paints, and I smelled something intense. There was this guy, about 5'0". Well, he was sitting in a doorway, and so he looked really short, but I couldn't actually tell how short he was. But I couldn't help but stare at him. You know how when you're trying so hard not to stare at somebody, and your eyes just automatically want to go right to them? So I just kind of tilted my head at him, because he was so, I don't know, like abstract art. I just thought, like a blur of smell in a doorway. You know, isn't that kind of like what Ellen Haas would say about emotion in painting? Poor guy. No, the homeless guy. Anyway, you know what else I don't understand? Why someone would go close to a cliff. Oh my gosh. It just freaks me out. One time at the Grand Canyon, my little sister, she crawled 2 feet from the railing. I'm serious. She went past the place where it's do not pass this point. She was insane. She made this kind of squealy sound, and I couldn't even tell if she was laughing or screaming. Then I looked into her eyes. Well, she was having fun. But my mom flipped a socket. A brain socket. Oh, one time I worked with this lady, and she was super competitive. We were at this flower type of thing. We weren't florists, I wish. We were more sending the flowers off to a florist. I don't know, I didn't really get it. Anyway, we mostly sorted and destemmed and stuff. So I worked with this older type lady, and she was so competitive. She would always look over and see how many packs I'd gone through, and then she would always go to break and leave break as soon as I did. And it didn't freak me out too much, but it was borderline creepy. Oh, this one time, we're sitting around because the shipment crew or whatever, they're falling behind, you know? I don't know. And we didn't have any packs to go through, and she offered me some M&Ms. And so I'm just like, no thanks. No, I was polite. And she looked at me with this weird look on her face. She couldn't understand how anyone could refuse a handful of M&Ms. And she's like, what? And I'm like, no thank you. All polite, you know? It's completely ordinary to not want to eat some M&Ms just because you don't want to. And I told her that I was just hungry and I don't like to eat when I'm not hungry. And she started freaking out. She's like, oh, I should learn that you could eat all you wanted and you'd never gain an ounce. Which is weird because, I don't know, I guess she thought I was really skinny, but we hadn't ever really spoken about anything like that before. And then, okay, then she says this. And I quote, and I could have a bite of bundt cake and I have to buy new pants, unquote. And what am I supposed to say to that? I mean, yeah, no, I don't eat much bundt cake either. I don't even think she was trying to really get me to feel sorry for her. You know how some people do that? Oh, it drives me crazy. Do you know I stopped showering every day? I mean, who needs to get wet every day? I don't smell and I'm saving water. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Anyway, it was more like she was just reflecting on her life after 40, 50 some years to this girl who's, I don't know, 18. How do you think you would feel working a job with the same pay as an 18-year-old entry-level chick when you're 45? That can't be good. I wouldn't be too thrilled, but then there's nothing to do with creation or individual expression when you're working a factory job. There's no art, you know? I don't know. I guess there's what you call hotel art or pretty art, because we work with roses and stuff. You know, like those girls who say they like photography, but all they photograph is pretty roses and stuff like that. Ugh, it makes me want to puke. I'm never, ever going to take a photo of a flower. Ever in my life. And so I went home and I was thinking about loneliness and sadness, but all I could paint was yellow. And we kind of turned into a house, and then an airplane and a daisy. And before I knew it, it was like a happy painting. I can remember this one moment that made me so happy. We were in the car and I was reading A Ring of Endless Light. And it was just the perfect part in the story. And there was this amazing sunset. So you know who I was thinking about a little while ago? Blaine. Blaine Bigby. It's Bigby, right? I always want to think it's Bixby. I don't know why. Anyway, he's a good guy. I'm trying to get this project done for Art 257. It's supposed to be abstract or something. Yeah, I know. It lets me get out my emotions. Hey, did you see that one movie? The one about like, there was a guy and he had a dog and it had that one guy from that other movie that we watched. Yeah. Okay, so, well, anyway. I didn't like it very much. There's like no action and slow moving. But what can you expect from a hippie director? Did I ever tell you about my dog? Yeah, I once had this dog and he barked at the mailman. I know, cliche, right? But we left the dog in the house all day, you know, because we all had work or school, which always made me feel bad. But the mailman always shoved a treat through the door for him. One time, I was homesick and I was just laying on the couch. Felt like crap. Oh, it was awful. Anyway, the dog starts going crazy, but not grouchy crazy, like when you steal his milk bone, but like crazy like when you tease him with Meow Mix. Yeah, he was a weird dog. Cat treats were cheaper. So, I looked out the window. I don't even remember why. And the mailman slipped a dog treat through the door and was saying hi to Sandy. Not the fish, the dog. Sorry, I wasn't very good with pet names. Anyway, there's a weird mailman for a weird dog. But I guess he wasn't as lonely as I thought he was, so I didn't feel that bad anymore.